Hey friends, I'm back with another Kaldheim preview, and oh boy is this a scary one. I'm talking about the card Tergrid, God of Fear, my pick for the most powerful god card we've seen so far. Like all the god cards in Kaldheim, Tergrid is a modal double-faced card, which means you choose whether to cast it as its front side, Tergrid God of Fear, or its back side, Tergrid's Lantern. Now keep in mind that this card has only been previewed in Spanish so far, and the card I'm using is a mock-up English translation, so the wording may not be 100% accurate, but it's good enough to explain what this card does. The front side of the card, Tergrid God of Fear, costs 5 mana, 3 and double black, for a legendary creature god that's a 4/5 with menace, and has a super powerful ability that says, whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you may put that card onto the battlefield under your control from that graveyard. So anytime your opponents discard or sacrifice a non-token permanent, you get that permanent. Fetch lands counts too, by the way. Yeah, seriously. You can also play this card for its backside, Tergrid's Lantern, which costs 4 mana, 3 and a black, for a legendary artifact that you can tap to have target player lose 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. You can also pay 4 mana, 3 and a black, to untap the Lantern. So this artifact chips away at your opponent's resources each time you tap it. Now before we jump into my card analysis, if you're interested in buying this sweet new card, then head on over to our sponsor, cardkingdom.com, where you can pre-order this and all other Kaldheim cards right now. Alright, let's break it down. I think Tergrid is a ridiculously strong card if built around, and my pick for the highest overall power of all the gods previewed so far. The ability on the front side of the card, Tergrid God of Fear, is insanely powerful. Having all non-token permanents that your opponents discard or sacrifice suddenly enter the battlefield under your control is a game-winning move that is definitely worth building around. Forcing your opponents to sacrifice with cards like Playcrafter, or far more evil, cards like Pox, will devastate their boards while dramatically increasing your own. And forcing your opponents to discard with wheel effects like Dark Deal and Whispering Madness will immediately fill your board full of discarded permanents. Honestly, resolving just one of these spells of Tergrid out is such insane value, catapulting you way ahead in the game. The backside, Tergrid's Lantern, is less blatantly powerful than the front, but it's actually a sweet late game mana sink. Black decks can generate a ton of late game mana with the help of staples like Cabal Coffers and Cryptghast, and you can dump all that excess mana into the Lantern and start killing opponents. Also, if you have any infinite combos that produce black mana, you can infinite combo kill them with the Lantern. So yeah, Tergrid is a great card. It's a fantastic commander, especially if you go for a stacks route thanks to cards like Smallpox, Pox, and Deathcloud. Mix in a discard package with cards like Bottomless Pit, Oppression, and payoff cards like Waste Not, and you've got an impressive and highly effective deck. However, be warned that this playstyle is often discouraged in casual playgroups, and if you show up with Tergrid as your commander, you're automatically going to be the archenemy at the table, so make sure your playgroup is cool with Tergrid before you build around her. Tergrid is also a fantastic inclusion in the 99 of a bunch of different decks. Discard decks like Nath of the Guilt Leaf or wheel decks like Nikasor the Mindrazor will definitely be picking her up as an auto-include. She's an amazing payoff for either strategy. So those are my thoughts on Tergrid God of Fear. A very powerful card, but also one that I anticipate will cause a lot of salt at tables. Use its power responsibly. Now that you've heard me talk about it, I want to hear from you. What do you think about Tergrid? Is there any sweet synergy or combo that I may have missed? Let me know in the comments section below, and until next time friends, see ya! Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, help us out by clicking the like button down below. And to keep up with the latest and greatest, make sure to click the subscribe button. And if you want to watch similar videos, click on the links appearing on screen right now.